Dear viewers, at the heart of Russia, a nation long seen as a rising empire asserting its power, China is quietly carrying out a plan so bold that even the most seasoned strategic minds are stunned. They are said to be digging a massive underground corridor through Russian territory solely to reach Georgia, an undertaking that feels pulled straight from science fiction, a project that defies the limits of geography, engineering, and sheer human courage. But what is driving China to attempt such a breathtaking move? Could this be a strategic step toward reshaping the map of Asia in the decades ahead? While the world looks on in disbelief, every drill, every support, and every tunnel slowly takes shape, revealing the outline of a new geopolitical reality. As many of you already know, China has long been recognized as a master of infrastructure, from massive bridges stretching across open seas to highways carved through some of the world's most dangerous mountain ranges. But this time, China is stepping into a new chapter of construction, a mega project involving record-breaking bridges, mountain tunnels stretching for miles, and in some cases, passages built right beside an active volcano. What makes this even more striking is that the project isn't taking place in China, but in Georgia. So, why Georgia? A small country covering just over 26,000 square miles, with a population of fewer than 4 million people? The answer lies beneath its soil. Georgia possesses a rare and valuable resource, the modern world's liquid gold, natural mineral water. The country is home to more than 730 mineral springs, fed by underground reserves containing exceptionally pure minerals. This water is valued not only for its nutritional benefits, but also for its recognized role in both traditional and modern medicine. In 2024, Georgia exported 141,000 tons of mineral water, with more than half of it flowing into Russia. The Russian market alone consumed over 85,000 tons, valued at nearly $70 million at current exchange rates. This represents a solid 24% increase compared to the previous year, clearly showing rising demand and confirming Georgia as a true blue-gold source that China and Russia cannot afford to ignore. But mineral water is not the whole story. Fertile soil, a mild climate, and ideal elevation make Georgia one of the world's most suitable regions for citrus farming. In 2024, the country harvested more than 50,000 tons of fruit, mainly oranges and tangerines, with most of it exported abroad. Juicy Georgian oranges, sweet, refreshing, and rich in vitamin C, are increasingly becoming a premium item on dining tables in Moscow and other major Russian cities. Transporting all of this high-value cargo from Georgia into Russia, however, leaves very few alternatives. Nearly everything depends on a single route known as Highway S3, also called the Georgian Military Road. This narrow and dangerous mountain highway runs from Tbilisi to the Upper Lars border checkpoint, cutting through the towering Caucasus Mountains before entering Russia. More than just a trade route between two countries, the S3 highway is a vital lifeline for the entire South Caucasus region. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Turkey, and even Iran rely on this road to move goods into Russia, the region's largest consumer market. According to official figures, 4.8 million tons of cargo passed through this crossing in 2024. In 2021 alone, more than 332,000 cargo trucks used the S3 route, an average of 911 trucks per day, transporting roughly 177,000 tons of goods every single day. However, serving as a vital artery also means facing constant danger. Highway S3 cuts through extremely rugged high mountain terrain, reaching elevations of up to 2,400 meters, with sharp curves, steep slopes, and road surfaces that easily become slippery. In winter, heavy snowfall, dense fog, and ice lead to frequent accidents. In spring and summer, landslides, falling rocks, and flash floods remain ever-present threats. History has repeatedly shown just how dangerous this route can be. In 2022, a major landslide at kilometer 33 forced the highway to shut down, bringing traffic to a complete standstill. In 2017, a massive rockfall measuring nearly 150 cubic meters crashed onto the road, damaging buses and passenger vehicles. In 2014, landslides blocked a river, isolating the border checkpoint and severely damaging a gas pipeline running from Russia to Armenia, causing losses estimated at nearly 3 trillion Vietnamese dong. Even smaller incidents have been enough to delay thousands of cargo trucks for up to an entire week. Faced with these risks, the Georgian government was forced to search for a long-term solution. That was when China entered the picture. Beyond its financial strength, China is widely recognized as a global leader in building transportation infrastructure across complex and hostile terrain. The Kasheti-Kobe Road project was launched to improve safety and transport efficiency along the Georgian military road. China was assigned the most critical task, constructing the largest mountain tunnel system in Georgia's history. The project includes 5 tunnels, with the main tunnel stretching 1.7 kilometers in length and 15 meters wide, allowing two-way traffic to move at the same time. This design improves cargo transport while also strengthening emergency access and overall road safety. Construction relied on one of the world's most advanced tunnel boring machines, weighing nearly 4,000 tons and capable of drilling 427 meters per month. Thanks to this technology, the tunnel was completed 1 month ahead of schedule, marking a major milestone for Georgia's infrastructure development. China is not simply digging tunnels. It is opening a strategic corridor linking Asia and Europe, allowing goods to move faster, farther, and with greater reliability. The tunnel connecting Georgia and Russia is only the beginning. Behind it lies a long-term strategy, with China quietly but steadily laying the foundations for a broader regional transportation network. Yet building tunnels in this region is far from easy. Workers must dig through layers of marl rock, a soft and unstable material formed from volcanic ash, highly prone to collapse. The danger is intensified by the project's proximity to an active volcanic zone. Even minor underground shifts could instantly turn the construction site into a deadly environment. To manage these risks, the drilling system had to adapt to constantly changing geological conditions. The machine was equipped with bidirectional cutting heads, intelligent joint systems, dual reducers, and immense power. With a maximum thrust of 22,600 tons and total operating power reaching 9,900 kilowatts, it stands as a true mechanical beast, built to confront some of the harshest geological conditions imaginable. And it wasn't just the tunnels. The bridges built as part of this project are also impressive, both in scale and in design. They were engineered to withstand the harsh mountain climate and remain stable under constant landslide risk. Each bridge serves a specific strategic role, with lengths of 427 meters, 350 meters, 218 meters, 148 meters, and 42 meters, solid spans stretching across deep valleys, opening a modern transportation corridor through some of the region's most dangerous terrain. This project is far more than a construction achievement. It is a practical solution designed to improve transportation infrastructure, reduce accidents caused by hazardous geography, and above all, bring safety and convenience to local residents and regional trade. While it does not aim to break global records, something China often pursues, it still marks an unprecedented milestone for Georgia. Most notably, the project's 6th arch bridge stands out as one of its most complex engineering elements. With a total length of 426.7 meters, a height of 166.5 meters, and a main arch span of 285.5 meters, it will become the first bridge of its kind in Georgia, emerging as a new symbol of connection and the conquest of nature. The entire route stretches 22.5 kilometers, consisting of 2 specially paved traffic lanes. These roads, though seemingly ordinary, were designed to endure extreme weather and frequent landslides. Building a roadway across steep, treacherous terrain like this is nothing like paving flat land. Every step forward became a battle against rock, weather, and hidden instability beneath the surface. Beyond transportation, the project also extends into community development and tourism. A visitor center is planned envisioned as a hub for agriculture, ecotourism, and sustainable activities in the area. Planners hope it will bring tangible benefits to residents of the Kata Valley and help stimulate the local economy. However, not everyone is convinced. Many locals remain skeptical, arguing that the project may not be truly necessary, especially given its unpredictable consequences. One of the biggest concerns comes from archaeologists and environmental activists. The Kata Valley is believed to contain traces of human settlement dating back to the Neolithic era, yet it has never been fully studied. Rapid tunnel excavation has raised fears that priceless cultural heritage could be buried or destroyed before proper research is conducted. Environmental groups have also criticized the lack of comprehensive impact assessments, warning of potential harm to cultural heritage, biodiversity, and local livelihoods. In particular, residents of Tare Village, one of the oldest settlements in the valley, have warned about avalanche risks caused by vibrations from tunneling operations involving a 5.5-meter diameter tunnel. They also fear the permanent loss of Neolithic artifacts. Additionally, ancient stone houses built using dry stone techniques, already fragile with age, could crack or even collapse under strong vibrations. Despite these concerns, by April 2024, the mountain road was completed. While potential negative impacts remain, the project is still expected to become a valuable solution for Georgia. Most importantly, it strengthens connectivity through the Georgian Military Road, also known as Highway S3, reducing weather-related disruptions and trade delays. Once fully operational, both local residents and visitors are expected to benefit. Drivers will need only about 15 minutes to travel from Kvasheti to Kobe, compared to nearly 1 hour today. The capital city of Tbilisi will become far more accessible, along with many other cities across the country. These benefits are not only significant for Georgia itself, but also for every nation that trades along this corridor. So, why is China so interested in this project? The answer lies in the Belt and Road Initiative, also known as the New Silk Road. Launched by China in 2013, this massive geopolitical strategy includes major development corridors, linking roads, railways, energy routes, and digital infrastructure. It plays a central role in Xi Jinping's foreign policy vision. To date, the initiative has created infrastructure corridors spanning nearly 60 countries, primarily across Asia and Europe. One of the most prominent examples is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, currently the most developed route, with transportation projects in Pakistan alone valued at roughly $60 billion. Georgia is also a participant in the initiative, largely because of its strategic position where East meets West. China has placed strong emphasis on supporting Georgia's infrastructure transformation, viewing the country as a critical transit hub between regions. Another major Chinese-backed project in Georgia is the Anaklia Port, which is expected to significantly boost international transport routes across the Caspian Sea. This route begins in Chinese cities, runs through Kazakhstan, crosses the Caspian Sea by ferry, then continues through Azerbaijan and into Georgia. The project is considered the largest infrastructure investment in Georgia's history, with the first phase alone requiring approximately $570 million for port design and construction. Since September 2024, a Belgian construction company has been leading the work. At present, crews are dredging the waters around the port to accommodate large container ships, not the biggest in the world, but vessels with drafts exceeding 65 feet. In its initial phase, the port is expected to handle around 600,000 containers, equivalent to roughly 7 million tons of cargo. Once completed, Anaklia Port's capacity is projected to be 100 times greater than the combined capacity of Georgia's existing ports, reaching up to 110 million tons per year. This is a project Georgia urgently needs, as it will boost trade revenue, generate profits from cargo transit, and elevate the country's standing on the global stage. Funding for the project comes from a China-Singapore consortium led by a Chinese company. This group has already completed several major infrastructure projects in Georgia, including the East-West Highway. While there have been past concerns regarding construction quality and high costs, if everything proceeds as planned, this project could mark a major breakthrough for Georgia and for every country that stands to benefit from this new port. Thank you for watching. If you found this exploration insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss our next in-depth and informative stories.